We got big news for the model year 2023. Malibu Boats just released the 26 LSV, coming in at over 26 feet bow to stern. This is the new 26 LSV on Falls Lake in Raleigh, North Carolina, presented by Inland Boat Company. The new 26 LSV has 7 combined ballast tanks. It's got 5 hard tank ballasts combining for 3,300 pounds, add 650 pound plug and place, and 1,500 pounds in Power Wedge 3 for a grand total of 6,100 pounds of ballast and displacement on top of the 7,000 pound dry weight and 115 gallons of fuel. There's no denying that's going to move some water and make a big wave. We're going to do a thorough walkthrough. We're going to lift up compartments, show you new features, and let you see the entire boat front to back or back to front as we're going to go today, and get an in-depth feel for what it's going to look like on the water. Now first, in the back of the boat, you may have seen the sliding seats, observer seats, that you can use to lounge while you're sitting on the water as we are. Pick up one seat so that you can sit and be social, talk to the crowd in the water, and float for a couple hours on the water. If you need it, a good boater knows you should always have goggles on board for some of those mishaps. Fold up your bottom seat and access the storage for things like goggles or rainy day items on the lake. New stereo remote from Wet Sounds functions the same. It's a little bit sleeker in design on the back of the boat here. You can volume up, down, next song, previous song, pause, change sources, and turn the radio on and off all from here. While you're sitting back here, you might as well use the power fold down swim board. So while everyone's relaxing on the water, it's easy in and out for kids, adults, grandparents, and pets alike. Moving in towards the back of the boat, we're going to go over the ballast configuration we have, our walkthrough, and the powertrain behind this 26 LSV. Getting in and out of the boat is supposed to be easy, and you have a nice surface to walk on. So if you want to lay out across the back of the boat, you have that option to do so with the filler cushion. If you'd like to remove it, you have 2 little clips that bolster on. It will keep this in motion or in place while you're in motion. Set it aside and allows for a full walkthrough from the back. Looking towards the back of the boat, again, we want to go through ballast, engine options, and what's available on the boat. Right now, you guys are the first people to see this boat. We haven't even used our 750 pound fly high bags that we installed for plug and play. The only way to go with a big boat like this under your storage tray is the supercharged LT4. You're pushing out over 600 foot-pounds of torque and 600 horsepower. Storage tray back in place. One of the deal makers for a lot of families this year is probably going to be the Max Pivot table and bench seat here at the back of the boat. What's cool about it is instead of losing seating here with a hard step pad, you have a removable seat top so that you can step in and out of your boat or to the side to the dock, all without stepping on your vinyl. Now, if you do want to enjoy this seat, simply replace your cushion and enjoy. Now, the newer seats in these boats, you'll notice, they're all hinged to go left and right versus forward and back, with a ton of storage all throughout the boat. 26 LSV, they've actually taken the console from the 24 MXE and the 25 LSV and moved it to the port side, opening up even more storage and still retaining the seat back on the starboard side. Trash can access is always here, and if you need it, you do have wireless phone charging and plenty of cup holders throughout the boat. On your port side, same deal with storage. Plenty up under here. You can see all of our gear and the tank for the tower mister. We'll get into that in a moment. More phone storage, high and dry. This is a good spot to put your electronic devices so that if somebody gets on the boat and they're wet and splashing water, it's up, away, and dry from any water that could get on it. Looking towards the rear of the boat, I'm a tall 5'7", but I've got plenty of room to go. If you're 6 foot, 6'4", you have plenty of place to extend leg room. For the taller guys and gals, you do have a taller seat back for more lumbar support on your back. To let these seats down, you got one forward, one backwards, just a small clip on the back, pull, release. Cup holders, never have enough cup holders. We'll go over the tower on the boat, what option we did. You can go with the standard G5 tower or the powered G10 tower. We did 4 Rev 10s across the top, 4 clamping PTM board racks, are strapless, you don't have to mess with bungee cords. If you do have to get under a bridge or you want to tow the boat with the tower down so not to get bugs on the tower, it's easy. Turn your switch and this tower will fold all the way down to tuck behind the windshield so that you don't have to worry about bugs getting on your hoop. Storage continues throughout the front of the boat here. Under the seat here and behind me in the ski locker, we've got a ton of space. We did bring some gear with us today, so you'll see that in storage. But you do have an option on the wake setter line to do a second subwoofer. One 12-inch sub under the dash, pick up your passenger seat on the port side. Second 12-inch sub ready to roll for all you bass heads out there. Advantage to having the console on the port side. You do pick up your seat storage, your seat back. Again, I'm pretty short at 5'7", but you've got a lot of real estate to spread your legs out. I can't even get close to touching that cushion in front of me. Kind of opens up 2 living rooms, one in the back of the boat, one towards the front. So if you have a big crowd, you can have 2 separate conversations. Storage up underneath it here, we have our safety kit. We've got tons of life jackets, bumpers, glass windshield to go through the walkway here, and fire extinguisher. On the dashboard here, a lot of cool options. Same dash as the Wake Setter series, wireless charging, joystick does volume control, speed control, and play and pause. Surf left and right. You can adjust your wedge on the fly or stow it when you go in slow speeds. Music, always important. Lights, we have the RGBs running. However, it is a little bit bright out for RGB lights right now. And then options, I'm really enjoying myself with the seat heater. It's probably a little bit chillier out here than it looks. Heater, we have a 5-outlet heater. One under the driver's feet, 4 other outlets behind me. Of course, everyone always loves to see it. Stern turn, when you're sitting on the boat and you're near a dock, and you just need to get a couple inches or a couple feet left or right, port or starboard, you can adjust the attitude of the boat easily just by pushing this button, shifting towards the port or starboard, depending which way you need to go. Power seat is another one you should never go without. It allows you to sit up and look over the windshield for those that really like it. Or there's a ton of real estate in the recessed dashboard, so the screen sits a little bit lower and you can see clear as day. I can see tree lines all around me. I can see water in front of the boat and any traffic that might be coming my direction, even on plane. Here in the bow of the boat, where everyone likes to hang out, you've got a couple different configuration options. You can go with the full walk-through bow so that you can sit and have your legs down from any seat, or you can choose the bow filler cushion option, which allows you to use it as a cushion, or you can flip it over and use it as a step. This slides comfortably under the 2 side seats, so you want to pick those up to install it. Now under each of the seats in the front, you will have storage space. There is a bow ballast tank, more in the middle of the front of the boat, middle bow storage, we'll call it. Storage, Through here, on your port side, it's communicating all the way to the back of the boat, to the center console. You do have small storage tanks here, if you want to. Even more space down below. Obviously, you have wireless charging with USB phone chargers and a 12-volt outlet. Another lid for storage up here, small items if you need.